Scorpios, welcome to January 2018. I am so happy to be back after 3 months of morning sickness. So let me just jump right in, let you know that 2018, we made it. We made it. 2017, 2016, and 2015 were all transitional years universally. So 2018 is kind of like our reward after that huge push. 2018 is a year for love, for devotion, for clarity, for illumination, for inspiration, soulmate potential. So really focusing on relationships, where they're feeding you, where they're fueling you, and where they're draining you, okay? I should warn you, Scorpios, and I've only warned the Virgos as well, so the two signs with the sharp tongues. People are super sensitive this year. Super, super sensitive this year, okay? That's a huge theme that I've already noticed since October, how sensitive people are. You say one thing, they're like... So just be careful, especially if you're not trying to hurt anybody, because like I said, 2018 is a huge focus on relationships, on love, on devotion, on patience, on cooperation, and diplomacy, okay? These are all things that, themes that are going to be reoccurring, and of course, your personal year is different, so within the 2018 year, you'll have your own experiences based on your birthday and month, okay? So what you can do is you add your birthday and your birth month together, reduce that down to a single digit. So if it was a 20, you do 2 plus 0, and you get a 2, and then add 11 to that. And that's your personal year. So within a year of relationships, if you got a 1, you're going to be starting a new relationship. Or new beginnings within relationships, so something changing within that relationship. If you're single, that's soulmate potential. If you got a 2 or an 11, like you don't want to reduce down the 11, 22, 33. If you got a 2 or an 11, that's double dose of relationship stuff coming up, okay? And dealing with relationships, and really inspiration and love hugely, and getting messages directly from a higher source, okay? That's another thing with the 2018 energy, is you're going to get a lot of energy, a lot of messages, from the higher source. If you got a 3, this is a great year to do a creative project with a partner. You're going to be a lot more positive, a lot more optimistic. You want to create something, you want to express yourself. If you got a 4, you're going to be working hard, building your foundation, getting organized. Work is going to be your main thing, so it might be a little bit of a harder year trying to work with others while focusing on work. So cooperation is going to be key. If you got a 5, you're going to have a lot of changes within these partnerships and within these relationships. So that's my personal year, and I'm pregnant and it's our first kid, you know, so that's a huge change within our relationship, right? And babies are, of course, miracles, right? Like they're literally a gift from God or from higher source. If you got a 6, that's like engagement / wedding / marriage / breakup / separation / divorce, but mainly a huge focus on your responsibilities and your domestic duties. If you got a 7, Scorpio, then you're going to be doing a lot of inner work, and it's going to be inspired. It's going to be inspired. I'm very jealous of you for having a 7 personal year and a 2018 11 universal year, because like your next year, you're going to be a powerful, powerful person, because the messages that you're receiving this year and the inner work you're doing, watch out. If you got an 8, this is your power year. So either getting into business with someone, or working out your financial situation with a partner, focusing on your power imbalances within relationships as well. If you got a 9, you got some endings, an end of a cycle. And because it's a 2018 energy, it would be the end of some relationships, or just the end of how you view that relationship, okay? So be prepared. So that's a little bit of your numerology forecast just until the cards were popping out. So Scorpio, the cards that popped out so far for January 2018 was the Five of Cups, which is all about moving on, building a bridge, and getting over it. Like, I know there's been some tears shed, right? And it feels like there's nothing left. It feels like there was more bad than good. But there's still good. There's still some good. There's still actually a lot of good. It's just, don't turn your back on it. Don't turn your back on the good. Pick it up. Pick up the good. Pick up the abundance. Build a bridge and move on, you know? Leave the pain in the past. Make an active decision that you're going to free yourself from the pain. You're not going to focus on it anymore. You're going to completely transform yourself. This pain is related or hindered or not attributed, but there is a correlation between this pain and moving on and a Queen of Swords. Okay, so somebody who embodies the Libra air signs, Gemini, Aquarius, somebody who pulls your strings. Whether or not you like to think of it, they pull your strings. Like, I know a Scorpio likes power and control, but this person actually has somewhat a hold on you. They have a hold on you. And there's no doubt about that. But there are some issues that need to be ironed out between you and this person, because they are going through a major, major transformation. And they have tons of guides surrounding them. But yeah, the guides that are surrounding them, this Libra type person or air type person, isn't really acknowledging them. They're doing a lot of finger pointing toward you and a lot of blame game, because they want more. They want more. They want you either to be better emotionally. They want more of you emotionally, physically. They just want more. And that's stressful because you've been giving them a lot. The other card that popped out was the Six of Cups. You're like, I've been over-giving when it comes to you. Like, I'm done. I am done. And then the card that tried to pop out, Scorpio, and then tried to get back in, was the fact that you're going through a major transformation. A major transformation. The old you is dead and gone, and you just want to start living that new truth. I just saw a quote on Facebook that actually applies to this situation. It was, get out of survival mode. Be done with survival mode. Get into thrive mode. Like, it is time to just move forward. You've gone through the transformation. Stop focusing on you know, the spilt milk, so to speak. Build the bridge, move on, free yourself, make those changes. Forget the fear, forget the Queen of Swords manipulating you and pulling strings. Forget giving away your emotional power to this Queen of Swords, and just allow the transformation to take place, because it's going to be incredibly beautiful, okay? It might be sad to see the old you dead and gone, but as a Scorpio, you guys rule transformations. You need to transform. So it's time to just do it. You know, 2018 is going to allow you that energy and that possibility, so might as well just get her done. Okay, so those were just what your subconscious needed you to realize right off the bat. Now I'm going to force the cards a little bit, okay? It's for Scorpio, January 2018. Scorpio, January 2018. Okay, the theme of this reading, Scorpio, for January 2018 is your manifestation. Okay? You've actually been manifesting a lot. You've been manifesting a lot. So is that a good thing or a bad thing? Like, how have your thoughts been? You know, be honest with yourself. Have you just been focusing on the spilt cups, on the spilt emotions, on the pain, and just manifesting that out? Have you just been focusing on how much you've been giving to the Queen of Swords? Or have you been focusing on really working on your transformation and moving on and changing yourself and kind of, you know, it's a 10, 11, 12, 13. So yeah, or that's really time to kind of dig deep and just figure out what's going on when it comes to your roots and your foundation, because you're manifesting hardcore and you have the ability to manifest something really beautiful, really positive, beautiful family, getting yourself to a place of prominence, getting your finances and your power back in firm handle, firm grasp, untangling yourself from, you know, debt, from financial issues, especially when it comes to soulmate. So we got the soulmate card and then the partner card. New work coming in for sure, as long as you just make the decision to finalize something. New work, new energy coming in, finalize something, and then, you know, Queen of Wands coming in and just feeling completely emotionally fulfilled, feeling like you could party, but then still having the responsibilities and still being able to kind of rule the relationship intuitively and fairly, and family just being 100% happy, 100% happy, okay? So, subconsciously, you got to move on, Scorpio. It's time. It is definitely time. Queen of Swords, I think that's what you got to move on from. Stop overgiving when it comes to the Queen of Swords. That's what's going to really transform you. Like, I don't think the Queen of Swords even needs you to give this much to them. But because of what you're manifesting, you can absolutely manifest something really positive, really beautiful, happy family. Get your power back. Work on building your power back up, especially when it comes to this soulmate, this partnership. So soulmate and partnership is there. New work coming in, new energy coming in. Once you make the decision for something to end, to finalize, and that is also going to empower the Queen of Swords to a place of prominence and abundance and happiness. You guys are going to be completely emotionally fulfilled. You're going to finally have some fun. You know, once you build that bridge and move on, you're going to finally have some fun. You're going to be okay with the responsibilities that you have because you know that it's all working out for the highest good, because you're so intuitive that you know that this is more balanced, more fair, and everybody's contributing to the family. But it starts with you. Move on. Stop giving so much to the Queen of Swords. Transform yourself. Manifest positivity. Manifest that happy family. Sort out your finances so that you can empower your soulmate, your partner. New work can come in once you make that decision to move on and end something. So once you emotionally move on from something, you can physically move on from something, make that change, make that decision, which absolutely will in turn empower that Queen of Thorns, you know, Queen of Swords, ultimately empower her to get her to a place of prominence where she feels comfortable, you feel emotionally fulfilled, you're having fun again, you're perfectly fine with all the responsibilities because it's fair and balanced in the relationship and the family is happy, okay? That is the theme of the reading. That is not the reading itself, okay? Let's do this, Scorpio. Okay, you've been dealing with some negativity, eh? Dealing with a lot of negativity. So it's frustrating as a reader to see the theme, to have the Star, you know, to have the 10 of Pentacles, to have the 3 of Cups, to have the 10 of Cups, to have all these, and the Magician, of course, to have all these beautiful cards, and then, like, that's just the theme, and then for the actual reading, the first card to be this really negative card, okay? This card, yeah, it's every low vibration you can think of, and that's what you're really focused on, okay? Scorpio, that's what you need to move on from, the negativity. You know, start manifesting positivity. Every time you have a negative thought, cancel it. What's the point? What's the point? What was I just reading? Another quote saying a lot of the times people like the negativity. They like the bad that's happened to them because it gives them something to hold on to. It gives them feeling. And Scorpios especially, they love going into the depths of hell. You know, they love going into the dark night of the soul and just, you know, doing all that hard, grunty work, the demonizing and the darkness. Like, that's what a Scorpio can absolutely do because that's where they transform. So recognize that you've been super negative, but it's only so that you can transform it and transmute it into positivity, okay? The obstacle and the aid has been your hermiting, has been your time alone, has been your alone time, which may feel like every time you're alone is when you get really negative, but it's actually helping you. Like I said, it's helping you realize that you don't want to be alone. You know, that time alone is not what you want because that's when you get really negative. So if you can't transform the negative into a positive, change the situation so that you're not doing any alone time. So, you know, if you work a job where You're spending a lot of time alone in that job. Change jobs. Like, it really, for your own sanity and for your own self-health, right? And for your own mental health, do what you need to do. Do what you need to do. Because this alone time is fueling the negativity. And it's an obstacle and an aid. So it's the obstacle to negativity, but also the aid to negativity, if that makes any sense, okay? But this alone time is absolutely needed, of course, because like I said, you're able to recognize where you're negative, what areas of your life you're negative, and how to fix that, how to change that, okay? Subconsciously, subconsciously, you are happy. So what's going on, Scorpio? Subconsciously, you're happy. Subconsciously, your heart is full. But then the situation is that subconsciously, you can't transmute. You can't bring that happiness to a conscious level. Maybe because you feel like you have to be emotional right now. You feel like you have to be focused on the pain, on the sorrow, on the obstacles that, subconsciously that you have to be. Subconsciously, it's really nice down here. There's baby energy here, there's newness, there's vibration or vibrancy, there's abundance, there's growth, there's cheerfulness. It's complacent. It's 100% complacent. It's boring, and it doesn't transform people. But it is there in your subconscious. And I think maybe that's why you feel like you need to focus on the negative, because you're like, through that negative, I will grow. Okay? So that's good that you can get to positive. That can be your main output. You are thinking that people really admire your work ethic, and maybe that's why you feel like you can't move on, because people really look up to you when it comes to what you've built and your stature and where you're at in your life, and how open you are, and how self-sufficient you are. You don't really look for handouts. You don't really look for help, because maybe that stems back to the negativity, the negative stigma that you have subconsciously attached to asking for help, and that's why you feel like you need to do it on your own, aka hermit mode, okay? Strength kind of fell apart a little bit recently, lost a little bit of strength, Scorpio. You right now are very changeable. This full moon is going to affect a lot of people because it's in Cancer, and Cancer, Cancer is all about the home, right? It's all about the roots. It's all about family. It's all about emotions too. It's very emotional, and as a water sign, you're going to definitely be affected by it. So this full moon is definitely a great time to just release all the negative emotions, okay? Family and friends, they have some new feelings coming in, new emotions. So something seems to have happened within the family unit that feels like you kind of like have to be negative, and you have to spend time alone, and you have to do your hermit mode where you just sort of go into your shell. And family and friends see that, and that has brought a lot of new emotions into their lives as well, okay? And it is pure, though. It is pure. Like, the feelings that your family and friends have for you and these new emotions that they have for you, it is coming from a positive and just place. So don't be so quick to dismiss it, okay? Like, it could be time to just reach out and show your family how emotional you are. Like, I know a lot of moon and Scorpios, they will just bottle that emotion up unless they have a lot of fire in their chart where they're able to outlet it. A lot of moon and Scorpios a lot of moon and water signs in general will just sort of hold it in until it festers. So go to your family and friends and show them that emotional side that you do have, okay? Hope and fear, Scorpio, is to let go. I think you feel like you need to be negative right now. I think that you feel like you need to kind of focus on the bad and focus on the pain instead of empowering yourself and moving on. There's something that you feel like you can't move on from. It's time to just let go. It is time to just let go, because that actually is going to completely empower and build you up. Okay, Scorpio. So the last card is your reputation. So your reputation is going to be front and center real soon. First, recognize how you don't really ask for help, how you're incredibly admired. People really admire your self-expression and your creativity and what you've created for yourself and your power and who you are. They really admire that. That's going to build up your reputation, but it is leading to this card is tricky. It's a 7 of Swords because swords represent your thoughts. And the way that I read this card is this person, whether it be you, whether it be someone else, is taking your thoughts from you. Taking your thoughts, and you don't even realize that they're doing it. So there is some deceit, okay? And the thing is, this person, like, they're holding 5 swords, which is all about, 5 is all about change and freedom. And fun as well. They're holding 5 swords and they're not getting cut by it. So it's almost like you feel like you're at a standstill, based on your working or your power, your creation, what you're building, and somebody is taking from you. But it really is just your mind. It really is how you're thinking about the situation. This person is like a prick in a thorn in your side. This person taking from you when you're not watching, like you should be there. So that's what's going on, Scorpio, okay? So first step is definitely letting go, recognizing that you need to make a sacrifice. You have a lot of strength, but you've been afraid to bring that strength out. There's been a lot of negativity. Soulmate is there, partner is there. New work wants to come in, but because of your reputation and what you've built so far, you just feel like you can't move on. You can't do that because somebody else is taking that position from you. We're taking that from you where you can't move forward. You can't let go because somebody else is holding it hostage. But it really just is your own thoughts surrounding it. So, Scorpio, it is time to move on, okay? Transform yourself. Okay, for 2018. If you want to get a more in-depth reading and really get down to the bare bones and figure out what's going on, figure out how to kind of move forward and how to transform yourself, please send me an email with your birthday at BeyondYourSunSign@gmail.com. All my readings use full astrology, full numerology, so we will use the planets, we will use the numbers, we will use the cards, we will use oils, we will use everything we need to do to just clear this so that 2018 can manifest positively, because this is in your subconscious. Like, this is such a beautiful card to have in your subconscious. It wants to come out. It wants to free itself. It's time, Scorpio. It definitely is time. You've waited long enough. So let's do this, okay? Love you, Scorpios. I will see you February 2018. Bye, guys.